Today, we talk about
We're not. No one exists in a bubble or vacuum. You're not like you might be different than like some of the other doctors. Is that kind of what you want to do? You want to stand out from the other you like what you're doing. You like being a doctor, just like me. Like I like being a pilot, but I'm not one of those guys. Like there's those guys. Like that's what they.
your entire personality.
Their entire
is
personality.
based
Yeah,
on
they.
being-
Yeah, they.
yeah.
That's what a successful man looks like.
Right.
So is this like a way to like rebel from that? As you picked up this style that you're like, hey, like I'm this, but I'm really not. Like I'm also this. Like I'm not.
I'm sure that's a component of it, but it's not proactive. It's not like, you know what, I fucking hate being associated with just being a doctor. I want to do these other things. It's not like that. It's
But where do you
like,
get your style from? Like where do you? Where do you? Yeah.
like my inspiration for my styles?
Yes.
A lot of it comes from
Transformers.
Big Beast Wars.
Transformer 3.
He's literally a transformer.
Oh yeah,
Like, now here comes
I
True
can't wait
Guy.
I can't wait to show him what's about to go down
Oh,
there.
God.
But no, my
Do you
style.
have a sex dungeon in here?
It's basically.
Are we about to 50 Shades of Grey?
Yeah, for sneakerheads, it's a sex dungeon.
So a lot of sneakers. But no, my fashion, so it evolved from, like I mentioned earlier, being bullied for not having cool clothes or on brand
that's
stuff
why it was.
or whatever. And that's the only seed that was planted in my head, like fashion even fucking matters. If it wasn't for that, I'd probably have hundreds of thousands of more dollars in my pocket, right? But it evolved into. Hey, I'm not proud about it. I'm just like, I wish I had that money and wasn't into this stuff.
Millionaire.
But it evolved from like this peak in my interest of like, so I guess fashion is kind of important to some people. And then I became interested in it, and I just nerded out about it the same way I nerded out about comedy, medicine, whatever. Like when you deep dive into these things, you find out like historic brands. So like I started looking into Burberry and their historic trench coat that was designed for World War I, and it was all these different parts of the coat are specific to military components. And I was like, holy shit, this is kind of badass. So I went out and got a Burberry trench coat.
Nice.
Or for example, a certain sneaker or a certain shoe, like those wingtip brogues, the wingtip leather shoes with all the patterns on them, with the perforations in the toe. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't, but
You can imagine.
You paint a good picture.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
Are you into fashion?
I am not, but
Yeah. So yeah, it's like a whole different world, right? So what I learned about these shoes is they're not just
obviously.
they're not just some pretty.
Yeah, if you are.
Yeah, it's not a pretty. It's not like just some people are into fashion just for the prettiness, like I want the latest greatest fad and I want this beautiful looking thing and that's it. For me, it was like, holy shit, these shoes evolved from the Scottish going through the marshes, and they would perforate their shoes so that they could dry out quicker when they left the marshes. And then it evolved over time into this fantastic, beautiful, handcrafted, 191 step, handmade in a particular part of England thing.
Yeah.
So it's like all these little details about it that lead me to collect them.
Sure.
And
you
then
you feel a connection to something by
right,
fashion.
and then it connects to sports and athletics with the sneakers specifically. It's like, oh shit, man, I love Kobe Bryant, and these are a sneakers line, and this is what he did when he, when he scored 81 points in this shoe. I need that shoe, or like, all these little different things. It's all still materialistic and super, just fantasy.
So, what's it like being autistic?
I really truly feel like I'm on the spectrum to
I
some
think you
extent,
are.
and I think I just
When you
missed.
think about things, I do
Yeah.
think because you get so into something, it gets like nauseating.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell are you talking?
Because to
about?
him, he's like, oh, I'm going to do stand-up now. He's like, all right, I did one set. I'm done for the month. For me, it's like, dude, I want to get four
No, not
sets
even
in
that, but like
fucking
you're talking
today.
about like, the shoes they use by the Marshalls, look at the laces, and I'm just like, how the hell? Like, that's definitely a different way of thinking about
Yeah,
it.
it's not. No one even comes close to the way I process different things. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Clap back, rap
So,
sport.
yeah.
So I do. I fashion again, just like everything else. There's the two sides of it. If it's like if you're doing it to show off and like try to prove that you're better than other people or whatever, like that's not cool. But like if it's like an artistic expression of yourself, like there is something.
Yeah, I collect for the art of it. Yeah, I
Yeah, you
collect
definitely
for
don't come off as like a flex dude.
Yeah, I don't. I don't buy
yeah.
things too. Because don't forget, I just moved down to the city in August.
Yeah,
so
no,
like
I'm not
prior
saying
to
that
that,
you've had the shoes upstate.
Yeah, that's
But,
my
I mean,
point.
You've been spending
Prior
so
to
much time
that,
in this
I was-
fashion, but
yeah.
you always like know a lot about why you bought it.
Yeah.
And you're able to articulate it, and you got a passion for it enough to make videos. So that's not a flex move. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and they would just sit there collecting dust. I haven't worn that Burberry trench coat in God knows how long, but it's been there.
Oh,
you know
I
what
still
mean?
shoes.
I'm not asking you because I'm trying to get you to defend like your.
No, I don't.
you
I'm
know,
not on the defensive. I'm just explaining.
Sure,
to you,
sure,
this is where it comes from. You asked, so
I do like. There's something.
Get the hell out.
There's something that I think is important with clothes that like you it does say like you're trying, right? Like, so if you show up, like, there's one thing I see when I see I don't know why it bothers me, but it does bother me when a comic shows up to a show and they're dressed very poorly. Not like they're like poor and they can't afford nice clothes, but like just like
You didn't try.
like shorts. Like you cannot wear shorts on a show, and it's like, to me it's something it just says like, hey, I don't give a fuck about what I'm doing.
Right.
You know, even if I don't care about the clothes I wear, I still want to like portray that I care
That you
about.
take care of
this,
yourself.
and then I want and then I take.
No, there's
this
definitely
seriously.
something to be said about grooming, like, and it works fantastic with women too. It's like women want to see a guy that can take care of themselves. They don't want to know that you have a Burberry trench coat, but a well fitted shirt, well fitted pants,
Sure.
not sloppy shoes. Like,
I
they
had
don't
a
care
guy,
about the
but
brand.
I had a guy come up to me the other day. I had some interviews in Midtown, and then went down to Bar None for their open mic.
Yep.
Which is a great open mic.
Oh, yeah?
It's like one of my favorite ones. Well, it's like there's not a stage, so you're just surrounded by people.
Yeah.
It's just fun,
Cool.
and there's it's not a lot of micers. It's just people there.
Oh, nice.
You know Bar None?
Yeah, but I've never been to there for a comic.
It's relatively new, apparently.
They just started it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the second Tuesday of every.
No, it's every Tuesday. Is it every Tuesday?
Is it every Tuesday? Anyway,
I think so.
but I just came down from an interview and I was like in a really, really nice suit, like $1,000 suit, really nice tie, nice shirt, and I was just like sitting there waiting for my turn, like laughing at their comments, like having to come. I was by myself, and some guy came up to me. He's like, "Hey, just get off work. You're not a comic, right?" And I was like, "No, I am." And he was like, "Why are you dressed like that?" And I was like, "Dude, because I just came from interviews." And he was like, "Oh, it was a little douchey." And I was like, "Dude, what the fuck? Who gives a shit?" I mean, but like, obviously, it's like, yeah, I was doing something else, like, because nobody wears a suit and tie to a.
But you
an
can't
open mic.
impress everybody. Everyone's going to
No,
think
no,
something.
I'm not saying impressed, but I'm saying like because I do think the it's funny to see like the '90s mics. Those guys used to wear suits.
Not the open mics, I doubt it. But
Not the open mic, but it's bar fucking.
Yeah.
But I mean too like and if it were casuals
for
it's
shows, yeah.
Yeah, for shows and stuff. People used to there used to be a different
I mean,
sense of the style.